Okay, next from effects, okay, from effects and from color correction, the next effect is lumetri color. Okay, so first let us understand what is lumetri colors. So for that we have a small the information actually what is a lumetri. In Adobe Premiere Pro, lumetri color is a panel and effect used for color correction and color grading of video footage, right? Basically this is useful when you are working for the color correction and color grading from video footages. It provides a wide range of tools to adjust color, white balance and overall look and feel of your video, right? Acting as a remote control for these adjustments. Think of it as the primary tool for making your video look it is best by adjusting color, levels and more. Same like in a Photoshop, how you adjust colors and all adjustments are there. Okay, and tools to change the effects from the colors, effects from the image, right? The same way here we use this lumetri. So let us check what is actually. Okay, for that we want a reference, so video. So let us drag this video here. So this is my reference, so video. Okay, so this is my video, reference video. So on that so we work. Okay, first drag and drop that effect. From effects there is a lumetri color, drag and drop here, it's added, and check the on the click, come to the effect controls. So if you don't find the effect controls, then come to window. From there is effect controls, shift plus 5. Okay, and here we have properties. Okay, so positions and all. Yeah, then check the lumetri color here. So there are all options. So from lumetri again we have a basic correction. So these are the basic correction. From basic correction, input LUT. Okay, here it is all the cameras. Okay, and here we will color, there is a white balance, and for the temperature, tint to saturation and light. These are from the basic correction. And then here we have creative. From creative, here we have shadow tint to highlight tint to, and again their values. You can change these values. Okay. Okay, and then curves. Here we can use curves the same way in Photoshop how we use curves. So for the RGB values, curves are there. By adding the curves also you can adjust the colors and change the color correction. And here color wheels and match. Suppose here color wheels are there. This is for midtones and shadows and highlights. Okay, so let us do all one by one. HSL color, HSL as secondary. So here we can add all these things and vision it. So these are the options here. First try to use the basic correction. Okay, first in this, here we have present, it is in none. Okay, and check this. If you have any sluts you have, so you can import that, and if you want to browse, or otherwise you can use this. Alexa default it is, and now see all these, so we can change by clicking all these things. These are the default color settings. So present I'm using none. Yeah, here well, again for the intensity, by dragging this button also we can add the intensity, and here from the color we have a white balance. Okay, so here white balance, you can take this one and add any the white balances, or otherwise by changing this value even you can drag this. So changing the value of the color, and here it is a tint. So tint means we are increasing the whiteness. The saturations, right? So it is raw, right now it is in 100% saturation. I suppose you are increasing the saturations and decreasing the saturation. When you saturate into minus, it is going to be a gray color. So that means we are desaturating all the colors. Okay, it's very easy to understand because the same thing, same effects are there in Photoshop. If you are good at Photoshop now, so Premiere Pro is really very easy. Okay, these are all about this color. So and here we have a light. Okay, in this again you can change the exposure. Suppose change the exposure means what? That lighting, the brightness, right? So Control Z, and here there is a contrast. Even you can change the contrast. When you change the contrast, just try here the contrast or adding, and here the highlights. Improve the highlights. We are adding the highlights, and here the shadows also you can give. Shadow portions we can increase and decrease. The same way whites, you can improve the whites and decrease the whites, and of course blacks are there. Okay, there's a blacks, and here we have the creative. So let us close all these, yeah, come to creative. In creative again, how it look like? Suppose again here we have the cameras. These are different cameras, so you can use this, the monochrome fuzzy eterna, right? So this is a monochrome means a single color. So single color we are using. Monochrome codec, this is a fuzzy 3510 by this is Adobe. This is looking nice, interesting. We'll play this one. See, it is fantastic, right? And here we can change this to so none. And you can experiment all this by adding all this. So suppose these are all the different cameras and their effects. Whenever you want, you can directly click and use this. Right now I am not using anything, just for the understanding purpose you can click and see how they are working. Okay, this is the look. Suppose these are the active. Should give the tick mark, then only these values are in active, right? Okay, and then here here we have, see the adjustments again from curves. On creative there are adjustments are there, so you can adjust this, the faded film, the sharpen, vibrate and saturation, and tint balance. Suppose here the faded film, using this they look like a faded film effect, and it is a sharpen. See, is going to be sharpen, Yeah, this is blur, sharpen, not sharpen. Then this is a sharpen. Control Z. Okay, Control Z. Yes, this is a vibrance. So again, vibrance is, and again adding some the brightness here. Vibrance means a lighting it is actually. And the saturation again, are increasing then decreasing the saturations. And here we have a tint balance. So tint is what? The light tone, the tint balance here. And again here from curves, see the curves are there, and suppose in Photoshop also we have curves. So these are whites, and suppose this is a red and green and blue, it is indicating. Okay, so suppose you can add here, yeah, here if you add one point here and suppose move this, it is adding this overall this lighting. Okay, Control Z. Here I am using reds this time, so you can decrease this. Suppose it is the red is going down, and here it is moving upwards, and here we are using increasing the red. Suppose a red channel is dominating here, and now see it's going back again. Okay, suppose when you down this, the red is losing, and here you can add point, you can add the a value of the red channel, increase and decrease. The same way here we use the greens. Suppose you can make down from this, your green channel is going down, and here we are adding moving upwards, adding more green because the green is dominating, it is moving upwards. Okay, and add here point to wherever you want to add. You can increase and decrease this value accordingly. Your green channel is acting. Okay, and the same way blue, and you can decrease this. You are losing the blue, and here you can add the blues, or you can add anywhere point, and you can see increase and decrease, right? So Control Z I am using. So by using these channels also, we can improve this one. Suppose here, see, we are adding here one point here, and here one more point here. Between this and this, suppose here I am increasing this, so particularly that area here it is improving. Right. Okay. That is luma versus saturation. So here luma versus saturation we are adding. See, we are removing actually, we are keeping saturations down, and we are adding more. Okay, and here we have other one is saturation versus saturation. So again here we have a saturation, so I'm adding one point here, so we are improving the saturation, and we are desaturation, and here one more the point here added, and you can move the saturation upwards, and here down the downwards, only particular portion. Suppose if you understand here, then let us see here. Now see, we are understanding that portion. So there we are improving saturation levels, and we can decreasing the saturation level. See, these are all depends on your the color correction, how you want actually, how to add the color grading and color correction. Yes, here the color wheels and match. Here we have color wheels. These colors are representing, the color wheels are representing midtones, shadows and highlights. Okay, suppose see, right now we are at the midpoint here. Okay, and suppose you can drag these two anywhere from this side to that side. Accordingly it is changing, or otherwise you can move to green side, or otherwise you can add this side also. Okay, see, accordingly the colors are changing. Right now it is in mid, slowly you are moving to this side, the pink and the bluish. So there it is adding. Particularly this is applying on the midtones, right? So it is for the midtones. And now here, see here, these are what the highlights. It is applying on the highlights. Okay, and even for the highlights portion, this is adding. Now see, improving highlights and all. So Control Z, and this is for the shadows. The shadow area we are improving. Now let us see this one, the shadows, right? Control Z. Okay, good. So wheels we use, and here it is HSL secondary. So here also the same way here, hue, saturation and lightness. So you can use this one, you can move this side, left side, accordingly it is moving. Okay, hue, this is the saturation, and here lightness, right? So we are changing here all. Now see, here we have a button, sir. So these are all what indicating that colors, particular area. Here this red portion, and here it is yellow portion, the green portion, and it's indicating the buttons. So directly you can click here and come and you can adjust however you want. You can drag this. See, this is, you can move this to this side. Yeah, this is nice, right? Now see, fantastic. You can change this to 100. You can move this to here. Now see, okay. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Come back to normal. Okay. And here again we are using the correction. Okay, so in this correction again we have temperature are there, so you can move this to any side. So accordingly this is moving, and this temperature, suppose increasing the temperature, okay, and the tintness also you can use. And of course this is sharpen, same previously how we use, the same way you can use all these things. Vignette, so this is vignette, and here you can change this value. See, it is giving some the blurriness at the edges area. Sometimes we can use all these things, depends on the video requirement. And this is the midpoint, so here it is adding the midpoint. Okay. Yeah, see, here it is adding the midpoint, and same here the roundness. Suppose you want actually the roundness, here it is adding, and some feather also you can add. Yes, this is nice, interesting. Okay, so this way we can add all these lumetri colors. In coming classes, dedicatedly on any video properly, I'll apply the lumetri color effects for video color correction and video color grading. I'll explain in another class. Here right now what we are doing, just we are understanding about the effects, from effects, video effects, right? It's not actual the class on color correction and grading. Okay.